Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's pick a card reading, we're going to be doing a Christmas special. So we're going to be just doing a reading for Christmas, what energies are kind of around you at this point of time of the reading, of course, because we need to remember that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. So the reading is in your current energy, which can shift at any point of time. It can shift as soon as you finish watching the reading, it can shift, right? So we're really just going to be looking at what's ahead over the next week and kind of like rolling up to Christmas, and maybe how Christmas is going to be kind of feeling, what it is that you really need to know, a word of advice from your higher self as well. So it's just a general reading, but I thought it'd be cool to do a Christmas one, especially with my Nightmare Before Christmas cards that I love using for Christmas. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you 3 different Christmas decorations, and you are going to choose which one is going to be represent your reading. Okay, so I really hope you enjoy this, and if I don't see you again for another reading between now and Christmas, have a really lovely Christmas, and of course a really happy and bright and beautiful new year. And I hope 2026 is much more beautiful and full of life and fun and happiness and peace and all the really wonderful things as well. Definitely a better year than this one, a less challenging one anyway. All right, let's get into it. I'm just about to pause the video so I can show you the 3 different ornaments. Hello, so these are the 3 ornaments to correlate with your readings. So this is going to be pile 1. You have a little present here. Pile 2 is going to be this beautiful sparkly glittery star, and pile 3 you're going to have this really nice silver bauble. So take your time thinking about which one is going to be your reading. I am about to start the reading though, so if you need a little bit more time, I'll just get you to pause the video and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, pile 1, or for those of you who chose this present, this is your pile. This is your reading, pile 1. So let's get into it. So we're looking at current energies that you're in and kind of what's going to be happening around Christmas. So over the next week and a bit, although Christmas is not that far away. But yeah, looking over the next kind of week, so between now and Christmas Day and just a few days after Christmas. So your current energy, Queen of Candles and the 9 of Presents. I really feel like you are needing to be reminded that you are worthy of feeling confident, you are worthy of being seen, you are worthy of all good things. This particular group, you're either coming into this energy, I feel like you're in the midst of coming into this energy of becoming more confident within yourself and feeling more stable with what you have and really recognizing what gifts you really have and how they're able to kind of shift your mindset in terms of really seeing yourself for your worth, right? I'm really getting drawn to this candle in this picture, and I feel like that's kind of a depiction of you burning brightly. And I feel like for some time, for most of you, if not all of you, you feel like you've been in the shadows, or you feel like what you contribute or what you bring or who you are is not really valued, but it really is. And I feel like for some of you, this is going to become more highlighted over the next week. I think you're really going to start seeing your self-worth a lot more, and what it is that you give to people just by being you. I feel like for some of you, you light up a lot of people's lives and lights. But I feel like you're quite misunderstood as well. You feel misunderstood at times because I think you can also be a little bit kind of fiery at times and a bit sassy. But it's also what entertains people. It's also what kind of sets you apart from other people that you might know. So this is really saying, don't be afraid of having your light shining bright, right? You don't need to hide in the shadows anymore, and that you have a lot to give others by just being your true, confident, authentic self. With the world and the sun, this is like energy you're going to be moving into. These are major arcanas, which means they're karmic. So there's lessons here for you to be learnt, which will help kind of clear karmic debt and bring more happiness and peace and balance, right? And to help you integrate your shadow side as well, because that's really, really important. A big message I'm getting here is that's important. So there's a lot of happiness ahead for you in the beginning of next year. I feel especially in the first 3 to 4 months, there's going to be a lot of joy, and there's going to be the ending of a lot of cycles, and some newness coming in for you. I feel like maybe, I know this is jumping ahead, but I feel like I'm just going to go with the messages I'm getting. I feel like some of you are going to be offered some sort of new opportunity in the new year, or during the Christmas period, you're going to really start to really see your worth, as we talked about before, and maybe what it is that you really want to do moving forward with your life, or with a career, or just a way of being, because there's a cycle here that is being complete. And I really feel like it has to do with how you feel about yourself. Because there's meant to be more happiness in your life than what there currently is. Then we have the Nine of Potions and the Hierophant clarifying, another major arcana. This is telling me that you're going to start feeling really fulfilled emotionally. You're going to start feeling like there's these kind of wishes coming true for you, and emotional fulfillment, but on an individual level, which is really, really important. That's going to come about through you really acknowledging what's important to you in terms of what your values are, what your belief system is, and what it is that you really stand for. I feel like for some of you, you're going to feel more at peace and more comfortable with speaking your mind a little bit more, or activating, or not activating, representing other people. And I feel like you're really going to want to start shifting things into what it is that you really want, and what really fills your cup, and what you feel is emotionally fulfilling for you as an individual, because we're seeing this at the beginning as well. So over Christmas, there's quite a big shift for you guys coming, and I think you've probably already felt it. It has to do with your self-worth, what you feel that you're worth, and the fact that you need to remember that you just being who you are in your authentic self, which is someone that's really confident, someone that's got a bit of sass, someone that's like, likes to be seen. I also feel like that really at your core, you're quite humble people as well, but you just really like that limelight sometimes, and you like being noticed. But I think there's big lessons here in what I said before. being noticed for your core, not just for maybe how you look or anything like that, because there's big shifts here. So if you can end this cycle of not feeling you're worthy enough, and maybe for some of you feeling like you have to give people many gifts to feel good about yourself, right? Then you can finish this cycle out of low self-worth and stuff and start feeling really good about yourself, because this is coming in for you. This is for the taking, and it really has to do with, I think, advocating for people is a big thing I'm getting for some of you, but more so advocating for yourself. And I feel like for some of you, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a shift in maybe what you do in the new year, whether it's in concern, whether it's around career or just your way of being. There's going to be a very big shift, and it's going to bring you a lot of self-love, more self-love. There's something from the past that's needing to end out as well, because then you're going to start to feel a lot happier, and this is really going to be made clear to you over the next few days, especially Christmas Eve is what I'm getting here as well, which is not that far away. So we have a word of advice for you, which is the Four of Candles. This is telling me that it's really important that over the Christmas period you make the most out of celebrations, that you really enjoy celebrations that are happening around you, that you encourage yourself to become part of that as well, because I have a feeling for some of you, maybe you're feeling a bit disconnected or withdrawn, but just try and enjoy, of course within reason, the company of others and celebrations, and knowing that you deserve to be part of that, okay? And then the oracle card we have for you, which isn't very Christmassy, but I don't have any Christmas oracle cards, is a crystal here, and this is, apparently this is an emerald. I'm just going to go with that. And it says here, emeralds are all about calmness, love, and healing. They're connected to the earth element and the heart chakra. So this is really, I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but basically it says emerald has a profound connection to matters of the heart, fostering romance, abundant love, and deep emotional bonds. However, the luxurious yet calming green hue of the emerald is believed to also act as a soothing balm for both body and mind. So the little thing that it says here, it says, I feel love flow to me effortlessly and easily. And I feel like that is very much, I think, interwoven into what it's talking here about self-worth and feeling like you are enough. Okay, so pile one, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below, and I hope you have a really, really Merry Christmas and a wonderful start to your new year. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, pile two, or for those of you who chose this beautiful glittery star, this is your reading for Christmas 2025, remembering that time is an illusion and that energy is fluid, and that this is a very general reading, so you'll need to apply the messages as they resonate for you. So this reading is definitely very introspective, and there's a theme here of emotional transitioning for you. So you've got a major arcana here, the Hermit. Let's get into it. So there's some sort of inspiration or a spark of desire to kind of, or a conversation that needs to be had, but there's something here about a new idea or something that you're passionate about, right? And I feel like it's something that you're kind of drifting in and out of at the moment. But here with the Two of Needles, this shows that you have hesitation or indecision around whatever this is. To me, it also kind of feels like not really seeing the bigger picture as well. So you might feel really inspired about something, but you're emotionally conflicted as well, and it's about weighing options. It might be about avoiding a decision. It might be about trying to keep the peace, especially around family or relationships. It's not the time to kind of force action here. It's the time to listen inwardly before choosing, basically. With the King of Potions, clarified by the Hermit, this is about emotional wisdom and solitude here. So this is really, really beautiful. This is really talking about emotional maturity, compassion, and calm, while the Hermit here is asking for like withdrawal, self-reflection, and inner guidance, right? And they kind of suggest together choosing emotional balance over drama, stepping back from emotional overload, really taking your time to process feelings privately rather than externally as well. So some of you really may crave space, you know, even if the people around you really love. And this solitude isn't out of sadness, but it's kind of an intentional solitude for your own emotional clarity here. So if you need to have your own space and you have the ability to do that, it's something that I would highly recommend that you do, so you don't kind of burn out and maybe end up saying or doing things that you later regret, okay? And there's a big lesson in this for you, where where taking the time out where you need is really, really important, so that you don't kind of become overwhelmed by your emotions as well. Because when the King of Potions is not balanced, it can be like riding really rocky waves, and you feel out of balance, and you kind of want to keep, I'm making an assumption here, but I'm assuming you want to kind of keep Christmas and that time of year as less kind of drama filled as possible, right? Then we have the Ten of Needles clarified by the Knight of Potions. So this is really saying that there's this need here for, this is about ending an emotional rebirth for you. So this is kind of like a mental or an emotional chapter that can't keep continuing for you. And this could be letting go of an old mindset, releasing holiday-related stress, or accepting closure around a relationship or a situation, whatever it is for you. And the Knight of Potions is really kind of softens this in a way. It kind of brings healing, forgiveness, and emotional openness and gentle forward movement with this. So something painful or mentally exhausting is going to be ending for you here, but not harshly. The energy really shifts towards emotional renewal, romance, creativity, or, you know, kind of self-compassion. So you might find yourself feeling more tender or nostalgic or open-hearted as you kind of move past something that once hurt really deeply for you. So this is kind of like the worst is over and the heart is opening again, which is a really beautiful message for you. Now, your word of advice is the Four of Pentacles. So this is talking about hold what matters and release what doesn't. And this isn't about you being closed off. It's about making sure that you're protecting your peace, You're not kind of overgiving during the Christmas festivities. You're holding on to what feels stable and meaningful, and you're letting go of kind of obligation-based stress, okay? And also making sure you're open to letting go of like old ways of being and old mindsets that you've kind of held very closely but that aren't working anymore. And I think you'll know what I mean. There's a big shift going on for you. Now, you have another oracle card. These are new cards for me. They're interesting. This is meant to be a jade, and I won't read the whole thing to you, but basically jade is purity, good luck, and prosperity. So the element is earth and the chakra is heart, and it says, I'm a lucky person, good things just keep happening to me all the time. So this is particularly cherished in China, where it's considered a symbol of good luck, and it's an amulet for attracting abundance and well-being. So yeah, interesting. Feel free to let me know if that resonates, that jade. But I do feel like there is good luck and good things coming in for you once you can kind of let go of this mindset and just learn to relax a little bit more. There's definitely this need to maybe spend more time on your... Anyway, I won't go too much deeper in it. I think the messages I've given you are more than enough that you need to know right now. So pile 2, I really, really hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic New Year in 2026. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3, or for those of you who chose this silver bauble, this is your reading for Christmas 2025. Please remember that time is an illusion and energy is fluid, okay? So the messages that you're getting today are in current energy, which of course you can change at any point of time if you wish to, because you are an alchemist. All right, let's get into this. So your current energy is interesting, the King of Needles, and then we have the 9 of Needles as well. You're in a place where I feel like you're feeling like you need to stay really kind of objective and rational about what's going on around you at the moment, to almost stay in control of what's happening. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you've got quite a bit of stress going on for you, and I feel like for some of you this is like a representation of how you feel in your head. So it's kind of like, for some of you, it's kind of like you're keeping yourself afloat through trying to stay rational and objective about what you're currently going through, or the energy around you and within you, okay? Then we have the Fool, and we have here the 8 of Needles. So you have this opportunity for this new beginning and this new adventure and this new voyage, which is very different to this energy. This is like day and night, right? So you're wanting to confront this energy and go, hey, you don't need to stay in control all the time. You can just let go, because we need to start a new journey together. But you're finding it kind of difficult because you feel like you've got a lot on. You feel like there's a lot that needs to be done. There's a lot of worrying about things or trying to achieve things that take time, right? And it feels like some of you feel like you're losing part of yourself in this whole energy that you're in now. But you have the opportunity to start a new voyage here, but I think you're over worrying about it. I think you're worried about losing parts of yourself, as I said before, and I think you're worried about kind of letting go is what I'm getting, letting go of this energy and letting go of trying to be in control of everything, right? And staying rational all the time. because being rational is great, but it's not everything in life. It's kind of like time to party and enjoy, you know, and time to step into something new. We then have the Queen of Candles and the Three of Potions. You will start coming out more, your true authentic version of you, or whatever, is going to start coming out. Your true essence is going to start coming out though. And there's this opportunity here for you to really kind of enjoy the Christmas festivities and to enjoy celebrating and seeing the newness in things here. So I think if you can take on these messages of just kind of giving your mind a bit of a break and allowing yourself to step into this new energy and not over worrying about it, you'll then come more into your authentic self and start enjoying the next week or so more. It's a pretty straightforward reading because it feels pretty straightforward. So maybe this group is a pretty straightforward type of group where there's not too many complexities going on. But I feel like for a lot of you, you spend a lot of time in your head, and it looks like at the moment it's kind of like a necessity for you, or it's your way of coping. And that's okay to be in this energy. It's just it's imbalanced at the moment. Now, your word of advice. Well, first of all, you've got an oracle card here. This is, I think, to me, this looks like amethyst. It is, okay. So this is the air element. It's to do with the chakra. The chakra it's associated with is the third eye and crown, which is so true because this is third eye and crown, but it's imbalanced, right? And it says when to use it during stressful work days and mindful breaks before bedtime for conflict resolution. No matter what happens, I have the power to stay calm and in control. So I think that's something that you don't trust yourself with, and I feel like that's why you are spending a lot of time in your head trying to stay objective, but it's also not allowing you to sleep at night. And I feel like for some of you, this is how you feel in your head, like a little bit crazy. Or just not balanced, right? Your word of advice is the 10 of Potions. So this is really saying that you have the opportunity here to really have a wonderful time over Christmas, and that it's going to be really emotionally fulfilling for you if you allow it to be. Okay, so it's just about really letting things flow a little bit more, being open to a new adventure and way of being, and not being too worried about it, okay? So pile 3, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you have a fabulous Christmas and a very happy new year full of love, peace, and happiness. And I will see you in my next reading. Bye.